Well, at first I wasn't sure of those her targets, and over time, as I kept seeing them hit those targets and then move down or move away from you, I just became convinced. And of course, then the more you learn about the moving averages and her levels, the more you become a believer. And then the last piece for me was the pivots. Putting in the pivots was like, I wouldn't trade today without the pivots. That'd be like flying blind.
Right.
And so you put together the prints, the pivots, the moving averages, and the levels. And once you are doing that, you can fly.
Right.
That was probably the most profound lesson that I learned to change the way I traded, was that prints matter and Steph's levels are so accurate. If you obey her rules, you make money.
Extremely accurate. It's amazing how many times that they'll go to these levels and they'll stop.
Yeah.
Because now there's selling pressure going the other direction, but you know that it's just going to be temporary, and then it's going to do what? Push through the next level.
Right.
And then the third one too.
Yeah.
So when you see this, you're like, oh, I know
I know
why
why
it's
it's
pausing.
right,
I know why it's coming back a little bit.
right.
So it makes you feel confident to do what? To stay in the trade
Right.
longer.
Yeah, they are highly accurate because the levels that she actually picks are things like pivots, support, resistance, things like that. And if you don't believe it, sit there and watch.
Trading my own account for like 30 years. It's incredibly lonely and isolated because you're just sitting behind a computer. And one of the things Stephanie and I talked about long term for your success in this business and your happiness is that you're trading with a group of people and they're helping you and you're helping each other, and you're not alone in this. And especially when you say lose money in a trade or you do something wrong, sometimes it takes another fellow trader or Stephanie to point it out to you, and then you go, oh, yeah, you're right. I missed
I
it.
see it now.
I see it now.
Wow, she's become not only my mentor, but like a daughter to me. So we have a great friendship, and I think trading every day in the Java pit with all the wonderful traders that she has just keeps inspiring you to get better and better.
I've hit 24 of my last 25 trades.
Wow.
Just
Awesome.
watching her levels,
Awesome.
you know, and I have my computer set up.
Good for you.
And the alerts come in, and the whole thing is to be teed up and be ready to go anticipate that Apple's going to go up, and I have the trade ready. As soon as it does, I click that button, and I'm in, and I'm watching it go in my direction, and it's fascinating.
And when it gets to her level?
Oh, yes.
Well, I love Stephanie and Matthew. They are like family, and they've been like family from day one for me. We had an instant connection because I just sensed at a heart level she was very sincere. She cared about people. She cared about her students. She cared about money, and you're making money and being successful. She's so transparent, so honest. I mean, everything you see, she's the real deal.
Yep.
And I've seen all kinds of systems over 30 years, and her system is the best with the least risk and to have the highest probability of success.
Nobody can sing her praises with, there's no words to actually express the value that she brings to our lives personally and to the trading room.
Well, the interesting thing about Stephanie was I've been with about 15 gurus. She's the only one that when I first joined that called me up and spent 45 minutes to an hour on the phone
Stephanie.
telling me her story, listening to me,
Wow.
listening to my background, and then I started posting some of my trades, and I did, and I made an error. I said, I got stopped out on the cues, and then she immediately got back and says, well, John, why'd you get out? That was the first test. Well, yeah, of course, I did exactly what you said. Well, look on page 78 of the book. It says you go on the second test. I'm going like, what?
But
so I've been trading long for a month. And then I started doing it on the second test.
And things changed.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we followed the rules.
Exactly.